What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I am coming at you from the pilot in Russellville, Arkansas, I-40 exit 84, about 300 miles away from my delivery in Oklahoma City, maybe a little bit less than that, but hey, had to do what I had to do. Ran out of clock, so got delivery tomorrow at 0300, so we're gonna make it happen. So just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about some messages that I've been seeing, whether they were sent to me by other drivers from their fleet managers or messages sent to me or our fleet by my fleet manager. One thing I will say, my fleet manager has a little bit more tact about the situation, so that is always appreciated. But one of the things that's coming up is service failures. And one of the things my fleet manager said was people taking off 12 to 14 hours on their shift and then planning to get there exactly at the right time, and that's been creating service failures. And I'm going to tell you right now, that in this market is a reason for termination. There is absolutely no way that if I was like, if I had the ability to terminate somebody over that, that would be an automatic, like, maybe once. Maybe you can do it once. After that, it's a wrap. So another fleet manager sent a message to their fleet saying that he actually did have to let 2 people go because of this. And I think too many people are out here sightseeing and not enough people out here actually trucking. Now, I've mentioned before, I really don't like driving trucks. I do it as a means to an end. And if I'm going to do it as a means to an end, I'm going to do it the best way I can. I'm not out here trying to sightsee, going and doing all the shit I want to do. You know what I do? I get a load. You know, people talk about trip planning. You know, I'm a trip plan. I'm going to stop here and do this. No, fuck that. I'm going to get a load, run it out as far as possible, and do that until I get to the destination. I'm not worried about no 34-hour reset. I know how to run my clock. I don't need to worry about none of that. And the reason I'm even concerned about this is just the freight market. The more we do this as a whole, the more it affects me personally. And having people out here doing this shit really, I mean, it's actually pissing me off. Because there's really no need for it. The reason that I'm stopping 300 miles away from my destination that's dropping off at 0300 tomorrow morning is I ran my clock all the way down.
You are out of hours of service driving time.
Put it this way. I got to this truck stop with 11 minutes left on my drive clock. And I wanted to run it out as far as possible. And I couldn't have ran it any further out because there's nothing any further I could have made it to. And the stuff that was before it, I took a chance and kind of passed it up. And it worked out. But too many people are thinking about this job as like some kind of a... Fuck, I don't even know. I mean, is this supposed to be a job or is it supposed to be like a vacation? You know, so I am going to tell you right now, my advice would be termination over shit like that. Maybe you get one time to slide, that's it. But saying that you're taking more than a 10-hour break and then showing up late, I can't deal with that one right there. So that pisses me off because it is affecting me and everybody else that's out here trying to do the right thing. So anyway, picked up yesterday at Tyson in Bluntsville, or whatever you want to say, Alabama. The only trailer they could load this load on was an intermodal trailer, because that's all they had. So I've been hauling this heavy ass piece of shit around for the last 8 hours. Really couldn't sleep before I picked up the load, which brings me back to another point. You know, somebody saying, you know, I talked to my dispatcher about me not being able to go to sleep and drive at night and all this kind of stuff. You know, that's like me saying when I was a mortgage broker, you know what? I talked to my manager about me not wanting to talk to clients and go out and network and do all this stuff, but they're not listening. You know what? Your job's a fucking truck driver. Oh, this little soft, and I'm going to call it that. And if you happen to be one of these drivers, I'm sorry, but that is some soft ass shit. I got up and ran this load from 12 midnight till 8 o'clock this morning. And you know what I got a chance to do? I got a chance to deliver it or get driving the day before, or that day at 3 o'clock in the morning. Got out to my delivery, had a 3-hour break. I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? It's probably best for me to go ahead and finish out this clock here. And since I did just go to sleep and wake up, really couldn't sleep. So you know what? I ended up running, and I say I'm good for 36 hours, and that's the case. But I'm not sitting here like, you know, I just can't, you know, if you can't sleep or not, excuse me, if you can't run at night, I don't know what to tell. That's some solar powered trucking shit right there. And some people are going to hate me for it, and I really don't care, but this is your job. At some point, you need to learn how to do that. That irritates the shit out of me. I want to be a truck driver, but I only want to do it on my terms. You know what? That's weak ass shit right there. So, anyway, here I sit, Russellville, Arkansas, pilot, 300 miles away from my delivery, 0300 in the morning. So the way I look at it is, okay, I want to be there at 02. And then I say, okay, let's say that's 5 hours. So we count out those 5 hours, and I add an extra hour and a half in as a buffer, and that's when I'm going to be leaving. And I'll probably get there a lot earlier. It's a straight shot, not a bunch of shit, especially that time of night. But I don't look at, because I don't like driving trucks, I look at this like a real job. Some people out here look at this like it's not a job, like it's an adventure or something like that. And it's those people that are making me get messages from my fleet manager, and other people getting messages from their fleet manager about this kind of stuff. So I don't know. I just did a video a while back talking about things I don't like about trucking. I did get to some of those comments, but you know, sometimes people leave more in-depth comments, and it takes me a while to read through those and actually reply, like, you know, with some thought. So if you've left some comments and I haven't replied to those, that's probably the case. The longer the comment, the more thought, so sometimes that takes a while. But that's about it. We've got to do better. This is ridiculous. Service failures? I mean, whether it's service failures, logs, critical events, shit like that, I mean, these are things that people are getting fired over right now. Need to really step up the game. I'm done with this rant. I appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. As always, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.